My respect to our school president, Very Reverend Monsignor Oscar A. Cadayola, PhD, STHL, MA. To the Vice President for Administration, Ma'am Rizalyn O. Siega, MCS. To the Vice President for Academics, and at the same time, our Senior High School Principal, Dr. Joanne L. Costillas, EDD. To our Alumni Relations Officer, Mrs. Noreen S. Buhan, JD. To our Senior High School Academic Coordinator, Ms. Rose Villa Magica Cicerito Maed. To our teachers, parents, staff, and fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant noon to all. Allow me to commence my speech by extending my utmost gratitude to the Almighty God, through whom all of this have been possible. Thank you, God, for being my river of strength and my beacon of hope. Your grace has never wavered, continuously flowing into my life with lessons I'm forever grateful for, even though I know I didn't always deserve it. You have blessed me with bouquets, even though I asked for a single flower. You never fail to surprise me with your love. I would also like to share my deepest appreciation to my beloved alma mater, St. Joseph College. From the time I first walked your halls as a nursery student up to this very moment, you have been instrumental in shaping the person I am today. Through you, I was granted countless opportunities to showcase my skills, sharpen my wit, and identify the areas where I needed to grow. You taught me how to turn my weaknesses into strengths. More importantly, you instilled in me the significance of faith, becoming the foundation of the unwavering belief I now have in our Almighty God. Moreover, among the 463 outstanding students graduating alongside me today, I am both astounded and deeply honored to have been given the privilege to stand before you and deliver the words of gratitude. This marks my third time delivering a speech of this kind, my third time being recognized as valedictorian. Yet even now, I feel the same overwhelming emotions as I did before, perhaps even greater, knowing that the next chapter of our lives, which is college, will soon introduce us to the realities of the world beyond these familiar walls. When I first stepped into senior high school, I was filled with a whirlwind of emotions: excitement, anxiety, and uncertainty, to name a few, all stirred by the unfamiliar environment and new faces. However, as I navigated through both the lowest lows and the highest highs, I came to appreciate the true value of the people who stood by me, serving as my steps and my backbone. And so, it is only fitting that I take this moment to thank these incredible individuals. To my ever-loving and devoted mother, Mama Irene, you have been my hero throughout my transition years from childhood into these pivotal years. We all know that the ages between 16 and 18 can be full of uncertainty and challenge. Yet you were there, ensuring I walked the right path, even when many of my peers were tempted by the wrong one. You imparted invaluable lessons, stood by me as I grew, and became my safe haven, a place where I could vent my frustrations as freely as I shared my joys. I will forever be grateful for your unwavering support, your sacrifices, and the endless love you've shown me in every step of the way. To my ever-supportive father, Jordy, thank you for always being there for me, especially when it comes to my academics and my dreams. And when I say always, I truly mean it, because beyond your unwavering support in person, I couldn't escape your countless Facebook posts dedicated to encouraging me and cheering me on. Though you might think I'm annoyed when I untag myself, please understand that it's just because I prefer am infinitely more grateful than the number of posts you've shared. You've been my steadfast moral support, even if we seem often like cats and dogs. Thank you for being not just my father, but also my brother and my best friend. Thank you for helping me stay optimistic and for constantly reminding me that I can do it. To my beloved Lola, or Nanay rather, Nanay Locre, words cannot fully capture how much you've shaped my life. You are the reason I've never been late for school, as it was always you who lovingly prepared the best dishes and helped me get everything ready for the day. Your care went beyond just food. You were always there in countless ways, providing the support I needed. Thank you for being proud of me, even when you saw my less than perfect side. You never failed to see the good in me, even when I felt unworthy of such grace. I am forever grateful for your existence, and I cannot imagine my life without you. Please, live long enough to see me achieve my dream career of becoming a doctor, as it would be my greatest honor to help you take care of your health. To my aunties, uncles, and cousins, especially Tita Aimee and Tito Pags, daghang salamat from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for always opening your home to me, especially during the times when Mama or Papa couldn't fetch me and I had nowhere else to go for lunch. Your kindness, your warmth, and your constant presence made me feel safe and cared for. From the libre plites and food that always filled both my stomach and heart, to the simple, thoughtful gestures, like those gentle pats on my clothes, just to brush away the dust and help me look my best. I will never forget them. To my Mamo Amay, Uncle Junjun and Bienzel, thank you for letting me find a happy space in your home on weekends when the world felt heavy. Your karaoke sound system wasn't just for fun, it was my therapy. Thank you for letting me sing my stress away, and for always cheering me on with your contagious energy. You gave me a space to breathe, laugh, and feel free. I will forever treasure the joyful moments we shared. Your home will always be one of my warmest memories. To my beloved STEM A, thank you, truly, for the lessons you've taught me, not just academically, but also in life, especially when it comes to navigating the ups and downs of social connections. Together, we laughed until our stomachs hurt, shed both happy and sorrowful tears, faced countless challenges, solved problems, and most of all, learned how to enjoy life in its purest form. It actually breaks my heart that our time together was so short. 2 years in senior high just wasn't enough. If I'm being honest, you brought out the happiest version of myself, especially during my grade 11 era. I know some of you might have seen me as nonchalant, but behind that calm exterior was someone quietly overflowing with gratitude and contentment. Without all of you, I wouldn't have discovered the depth of life lessons that came from shared laughter, quiet support, and unexpected moments. Thank you for helping me grow in ways I never expected. To my outstanding second father, my favorite senior high school advisor, Sir Ronaldo Puera. How many times do I have to say thank you for everything you've done for me and for us? A billion still wouldn't be enough. I promised you I'd make you cry during my speech, so I hope at least makahilang ka kadali, sir. Thank you, Sir Ronaldo, for the unbreakable bond we've shared. You weren't just the math teacher who made pre-calculus and basic calculus less terrifying. You were also our biggest supporter in every contest and challenge. You didn't just sharpen our minds, you built our confidence. Thank you for believing in me, even when I didn't even believe in myself. I've said it so many times before. Sir, adyo na mapag-expect mga place quiz contest? Or, feel mo morag wa sa kasyang karong, sir? But you always answered with, kaya lagi na. Those words have stayed with me, and they will always will. Because of you, I stood stood on stages I never imagined reaching. You believed I'd shine if given the chance, and you were right. You'll never be forgotten, sir. Your name is etched in my heart. I'll always remember how we shared our firsts together. Like me being your first advisory student to graduate with highest honors. Or our research group being the first STEM A group in SJC SHS history to make it to the research forum. And ultimately, being the first group to sweep all the golden awards. Those milestones matter more because we shared it with you. To my other subject teachers who served as the steps of my senior high school ladder, Ma'am Ira, Ma'am Heidi, Ma'am Reyna, Sir Louis J, Ma'am March, Sir Larry, Ma'am Minx, Ma'am Angelica, Ma'am Nicely, Ma'am Magica, Ma'am Julfa, Ma'am Janessa, Sir Intoy, Sir Jolan, Ma'am Nidovina, Ma'am Lavitz, Sir Patrick, Ma'am Caroline, Ma'am Gracia, Ma'am Pancho, and Ma'am April. Please know that I am forever in your debt. My mind wouldn't be this full, and my journey wouldn't have been this meaningful without the lessons you've all shared to me. You are truly great educators who challenged us in the best ways possible, preparing us not just for exams, but for the life beyond the classroom. Your teachings built the foundation, and for that, I am endlessly grateful. I will also never forget our random chicas, those small conversations and life rants I shared with some of you. They meant more than you might know. To my SHSSG family, you've been an indelible part of my senior high school journey. We've laughed, struggled, pulled all-nighters, and somehow made it through together. Though our journey wasn't perfect, and we may not have been the best, still, our efforts were seen, felt, and appreciated by many, and I salute us for that. Within this organization, I have also experienced many unforgettable firsts. My first time eating dinner out with friends and going home late. My first ever approved sleepover during our binuaga. Things I'd never thought I'd do, especially growing up under strict curfews. And I gotta say, I had more fun than any of you probably realized. To Ma'am Julfa, I know you're listening right now, our ever-patient SHSSG advisor, thank you for staying with us, even when things got overwhelming, despite our shortcomings and the stress that we sometimes brought upon you. Amidst all of that, you stood strong, never giving up on us. You are a second mother to us all, and I hope you know how deeply you are loved and appreciated. And next, to Sir Carl Cano, our assistant SHSSG advisor, from the Coronada era until the SHSSG era, Pinini Gemma Gemma, you are one of the most hardworking, dedicated, and passionate people I have ever met. Even when things turned chaotic within our organization recently, always remember, sir, that we saw your efforts, and we commend you with all our hearts. On behalf of the SHSSG, we sincerely apologize for the times we fell short, when we could have done better, but we didn't. Still, we believe that failures are stepping stones to grow, and yours and our efforts were never in vain. We hope to see your genuine smile back again, sir, because we love you, Ichon Blood. And to Emil Pedrera, my president, and my partner this whole school year since I was also the vice president of our organization, thank you for being so kind, understanding, and ever accommodating. During the times I struggled to balance my responsibilities and couldn't help as much as I wanted to, you never once made me feel like I didn't belong. You always made space for me in every crowd and gave me chances to grow, lead, and be seen. You carried this organization with strength and grace, and we, the SHSSG, are endlessly proud of you. To the JMAC, thank you for welcoming me into your organization for, I guess, 7 to 8 years. Despite me quitting during my grade 12 era since I had to prioritize my academic pursuits and other responsibilities, you never fail to acknowledge my hard work over the years. Thank you for this media award and for honing my writing skills. I will forever miss being the baby of this organization, and I wish you guys all the best. To my friends, my backbone, my safe space, and my constants, thank you for being there through it all. Even during the times I failed to reciprocate your efforts because of time pressure, deadlines, and my own inner chaos, you stay amid all of that. And for that, I am endlessly thankful. To Micaela, Orin, and I am Viva, I know you're both listening right now. Thank you for being two of the greatest friends I could ever ask for. I still vividly remember how our trio was formed, right here, in this very same setting, during your graduation last year to which I attended. Who would have thought that one simple moment would lead to something so strong and enduring? Both of you have shown me that even in the darkest corners, the world still holds its light and hope. You kept me grounded when I was surrounded by my own version of hell, and for that, you will always be in my heart. To some of the wonderful ABM and YUMS people, Micaela Morial, May Cristalen, Princess Maturan, Mateo Alvarez, and Cherry Labado, to name a few, thank you for welcoming me into your circle during moments I felt awkward, misplaced, or alone. You made me feel seen and accepted, even after the scars I carried from past friendship wounds. You reminded me that I still deserved space in this world, that I still had some worth. And to the countless other friends whose names I couldn't squeeze into this speech, please know that your presence, whether we met online, in real life, or both, whether we've been friends for years, or just a few months or days, has meant something real to me. You've all helped me write the chapters of my story, and without you, the plot wouldn't have been this vibrant, meaningful, and unforgettable. Lastly, to Ma'am Tinapay, I am marvelously grateful for those gifts that you carried to me earlier. You made my graduation more special. And sa akong tibuok history sa Paskwela, mao dyan niya akong pinakadakong medal. My journey may have been filled with moments of grace, guidance, and goodness. But it would be incomplete if I didn't acknowledge the thorns I stepped on along the way. Have you ever truly thought about the word mistakes? I know most, if not all of you, already understand what it means. But if we dive deeper, mistakes aren't just errors or wrong choices. They are the very things that drag us down to our lowest lows so that we can rise to our highest peaks. Because look at you, look at us. We're still here, still standing strong, even after all of that. I too have made my share of mistakes, be it academically or socially. And honestly, it stings me whenever people look at me and say, "You're already the full package. You already have everything so easily." Or that you're just effortlessly so perfect. What they don't see is how much I've stretched myself just to be noticed in a forest full of tall trees. They never saw the late nights, the internal battles, or the moments when I was just seconds away from giving up. Being known for success can bring a lot of attention, both inspiring and challenging. Every step is noticed, and even small missteps can feel magnified. But each moment, even the awkward or misunderstood ones, is part of your growth. Not everyone will seek to understand your journey, and some may even quietly hope you stumble. But your story isn't defined by their expectations. It's defined by your resilience, your truth, and the strength to rise each time you're tested. I say this not out of bitterness, but out of truth. Because you will indeed have those days where you'll act on the wrong instinct, miss the right answer, get misjudged, lose a contest, be excluded, talked about behind your back, removed from a group, or made to feel like you didn't belong. I've been through all of that, but do you know why I'm still here? Because I I choose to define myself lovingly and truthfully instead of letting others do it for me. I embraced my flaws, I learned from my wounds, and I kept going. I'm not saying we should ignore the bad days, because they matter too. They teach us. But never let them consume you, because they are only part of your story. They are not you. You are capable. You are worth trying for, and you are worth loving. Mistakes don't diminish your worth. They help you grow. And yes, you will indeed lose people and things along the way, but you will also gain the ones who are truly meant for you. As they say, God sees what we cannot, so let us trust His timing, His plan, and His purpose. To my fellow graduates, whose sparks are indeed flying today, congratulations! I may not have had the chance to truly get to know each and every one of you, but please know that this moment we share is something I will carry with me forever. And do you know why? It's because I'm genuinely enchanted to meet you and to have crossed paths with such resilient, passionate, and beautiful souls. You have come so far, and you've reached every storm and faced it this school year with such quiet courage. Whether you leave today holding awards or simply holding your head high, you are the brave ones. And you deserve to give yourselves a heartfelt round warm applause. Because the truth is, you did it, you made it, you completed senior high school, and no one could ever take that away from you. And now, to conclude my speech, I would like to share a quote from American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift, and she once said, "Life can be heavy, especially if you try to carry it all at once. Part of growing up and moving into new chapters of your life is about catch and release. You can't carry all things. Decide what is yours and let the rest go." Let our graduation be the day we choose to carry forward the beautiful memories and let go of the ones that weighed us down. I wish each and every one of us the best of luck in our journeys ahead. May college bring us growth, purpose, and fulfillment. Let this day remind us of the real, lasting legacy